Hey guys, what's going on? It's DaleyGaming here, and I am back with some more Men of War Assault Squad 2 Star Wars mod. We are back on FELUCIA with a clone trooper base. I've actually used this map before, but I'm just running out of maps to use on this mod. I mean, there are some on the workshop I'm going to check out pretty soon, but at the moment it's like I've done 100 plus videos of this mod and oh shit. Okay. For some reason Fraps stopped recording. I really hope it was recording for the most part there. We'll check out and see if I have to redo this. If it only missed like a couple seconds, then I won't bother. But either way, the preliminary action just started when I caught the recording glitch. The first bit of droids did die, and now the clones are fighting off the rest of these droids. The LAAT is ruthlessly going through the droids here, and it looks like it is about to fire, and it did, taking out a swath of clones. That is going to be rough for this party of clones in the very front. They are having a tough time, but at least they are they're getting some kills here, you know, that's for sure. They're not going down without a fight. It's a bit of a choke point here for the droids anyway, so they are going to be losing a lot of people just in this area. And the LAAT is pushing further forward, and it will probably... Yep, there you go. Fuck! I keep on pressing the wrong button. It keeps unrecording. Maybe the first time was me actually pressing the wrong button. That would have sucked. But hopefully it doesn't happen again. You guys haven't missed too much action. And here we go. Just lots of laser fire going down. It is pretty laggy like we suspected. I wonder if these guys way back here are getting into the fight. Looks like actually one of the gunners did die, but the other one is firing away. Probably not getting too many kills, especially not at this distance, and those turrets aren't very good to begin with, so you know, not a lot happening back there. And a huge explosion going down there. Real rough for the clones. I would say this AAT is definitely their biggest enemy right now. Wiping out huge swaths of them. But it does look like the preliminary party of clones is just about down, so we're going to start ordering droids forward. Trying to get them... fuck. Stuff. Okay. Trying to get them to move forward and actually attempt to capture the base. Sometimes it takes a little finessing and finagling to get them to actually move forward. But the clones back here at the fort are firing away, it looks like. This guy might just be hitting the wall, I can't really tell. But most of these guns are out of range for the clones. But now it looks like the droids are coming into range and they are opening up, trying to snipe a couple of these baddies, and this LAAT is still focusing on those dead clones here. Sometimes that glitch does happen in Men of War where vehicles decide to just keep firing at the same dead bodies, but these droids are having a hell of a time coming forward, getting absolutely obliterated. But one good shot from an AAT here could wipe out a whole large amount of clones, which would not be great. Yep, like that, I would say. That is definitely a bad thing. But now clone rockets are coming in, starting to hit the LAAT. No, not an LAAT. AAT, just an AAT, right? And it is down. Okay, that is a humongous victory for the clones here, because you know, with that thing down, they actually stand a chance of defending here. And a lot of their men are going down, though. It is pretty rough for them. And there are still just a whole lot of droids coming forward. They're going to have a hell of a time fighting these guys back. But I think now that the AAT is down, they do stand an actual chance. Before, I was somewhat worried that the clones would not be able to do this. But now I'm a little bit more confident in their abilities. And looks like the front line is just about destroyed. A couple of guys just stuck out of cover here. I'm not going to fuss with them or anything like that, because people tend to get angry when I do that. But the droids are still pushing forward. It's quieting down a little bit as this turns into more of a choke point for the clone troopers, and more and more of them are able to kill droids in their range of their weapons. The droids aren't standing nearly as much of a chance. Although they are still giving a good stream of fire forward and managing to take out and hit a couple of clones here and there, so there's still hope for the droids. Most definitely is. Oh my god, that guy just got absolutely peppered by droid fire. And the main bulk of the droids is still very much intact, so we'll see how that goes. Once they creep over this ridge, they're going to have a hard time. We can already see a kill zone starting here with just any droid who enters into this area seems to go down. So we'll see if any of these droids actually manage to push forward to like this point here. The clones just have a good amount of firepower here. And they're just managing to subdue these droids really nicely, which is not an easy task with this sheer amount. I'm very surprised they actually managed to take out the AAT like they did. I thought it was going to take more, or they just wouldn't be able to do it, but they did manage to. Looks like this right side on the upper balcony here is still very much alive, and they are sniping some droids, as you can see, which is kind of surprising. I thought these guys would be the first to go down. Their brothers on the left are all but down. Just one guy remains, and that's only because he was a coward and ducked down. But the droids are starting to actually creep a little bit further forward, and their main body is coming into contact with the main body of the clones. So we'll see if this results in clone defeat, or if the droids just can't handle the sheer amount of firepower that the clones are subduing them with. I'm having a lot of trouble talking today. It's pretty early in the morning and I'm all like lispy, I guess. I don't know. I don't normally have a lisp, but today I'm just stumbling over my words. I don't even know if it's a lisp, it's just I'm having trouble talking. But yeah, guys, quick plug here. If you guys want to check out any of the links in my description, I've got a cool Discord channel where I like to chat with you guys. Patreon, merch link, all that stuff is down there. Oh, and my Twitter if you want to follow me on Twitter. Yeah, that'd be cool if you want to get more engaged with the channel. If not, that's okay too. Regardless, there's a shit ton of shit happening here. Just droids going down in swaths, and just the sheer amount that they're managing to actually kind of overcome the clone's second line of defense here. And the third and fourth line are really starting to get engaged, as we can see. This is actually really cool, seeing all the colors just swarming around the LAATs. It's kind of neat. But the droids are actually starting to make it to the point where I didn't think they would. We can actually see a couple of these shotgun blasts coming in from the clone side. It's sort of the 5 mini lasers instead of 1 laser coming out, if you can spot it, but looks really neat when you do. And droid's still managing to keep us to the fire. That's very good. I don't know if we're going to have to use the LAATs, though, for the clones. That was sort of the evac plan, if need be. They'd hop into one or both of these LAATs, and we try and get as many clones out of here as we can. But they might actually just be holding off these droids, you know? They might just do this. Which would be real neato burrito. I hate myself for saying that. Oh god. But lots and lots of droids going down now. Ooh, pretty good grenade. Took out a couple. Oh, and more grenades coming in. It's Grenade Fest 2K17, guys. Yeah, if the clones manage to chuck more grenades over this wall, especially into the main body of the droids, that would be devastating for the droids. And yeah, sorry about all the lag. We're getting about 6 or 7 FPS in this battle. But there's just a lot of droids in this, so it does take up a good chunk of my computer. Oh yeah, clone's starting to go down. We're witnessing firsthand the destruction of the droid force. I still have faith that the clones are going to be able to do this, as we can see. I mean, the droids are losing men left and right. A lot of them went down around here. Very few went down in this area. A couple did, though. The LAAT actually ran over a bunch of the clone bodies, so we're not going to be able to see a true death toll. That's the problem with having vehicles in this, is if they run over bodies, they disappear, which is super annoying, especially if you want to see the amount of losses, but, I mean, that's okay. Yeah, lots more clones starting to go down, and the droids are just really overpowering at this point. At least the clones are returning fire. It gets to a point where the clones aren't able to return fire, then we're in trouble. If they're just suppressed the whole time, they have no hope of fighting back. But if they are fighting back now, then they will be able to continue to knock out some of these droids and have a hope of surviving this. I'm pretty biased obviously rooting for the clones here, who are having some trouble, obviously. But these guys way back here are keeping up a nice line of fire, while the guys in the front are sort of their buffer shield. But there are sandbags like these, which are covered by this, so they won't be able to actually be shot at or fire themselves until droids hit around this area. And once they do that, the droids will be pretty powerless to do anything. They'll definitely take some losses. But right now is a pivotal point in this battle. If the droids do take a lot of losses, then they will be in trouble. But if they manage to get out of this with a huge force left, then they'll be able to just sweep the clones, I think. I think this is the pivotal moment in the battle that we are seeing right now. And there are still a lot of droids. I'd say there's probably about 100 maybe left. They probably started with 200 to 300 droids. They've lost a substantial chunk of their army. And I don't know how many clones are left. Maybe 30 to 50, I would say. Probably closer to 30. There's probably only about 70 in the fort itself, I would say. Maybe 70 to 100 max. And then the preliminary force we sent out, maybe 50 to 75 clones in that. I don't know, you could count if you were that invested. And yeah, for droids, I'd say like 200 to 300. Maybe 400, I kind of doubt it, but there was a lot of droids. This AAT was really the difference maker for them, I think, in terms of numbers. Either way, clones are doing a hell of a job beating them back. They've still yet to really get past anywhere. Ooh, I'll be right back, guys. 1 second. Alright, guys, I'm really sorry about that. Just a quick interruption, but we are back in the game here. And nothing has changed, of course, because we're back. Sorry, someone came to the door, so I had to go talk to them for a little bit. And I completely forget where we left off, but it does look as though the clones are getting their ass beat a little bit. But there's still hope. I think the real hope lies in these guys in the corners. I guess you notice all of these guys are still alive, and that's because the droids don't have an angle on them. So as soon as the droids actually walk in here, they're going to be fucked. And I think that's where the real hope is. Grenade had potential, but failed. I also think like these guys over here have a lot of potential to get some damage done. These guys over here. These guys in the way back, I think, are screwed very soon, as one immediately dies. And yeah, these guys are screwed as well, I think. Maybe these guys will last a little while, but that's just because the droids aren't able to really shoot them. These guys are going to start coming into play soon. As we can see now, as the droids start to cover over the flanks, they really need to start taking those guys out. Oh, these guys are really close. Yeah, grenades are going to be key. They can get some nice grenades in here. They're in business. But at their moment, they're not doing too much. They're trying to, obviously, but it is tough. Lots of droids going down at this choke point, but there are still plenty to take their place. One thing I was thinking about doing was maybe making like a slideshow of all of the cool cinematics I've done over the years, because I've saved a lot of these thumbnails and photos and stuff like that, so I don't know, maybe that'd be a cool thing. These droids really got gotten up on these guys on these sandbags because they're all suppressed, they're not moving, so the droids are able to just shoot them as they pop up, although they're not shooting those guys, which is interesting. I think they would be, but they aren't. These guys over here are having a little bit of trouble. Went quiet. Wow. Oh, this brave soldier immediately gets decked. Oh, wow, what a good grenade. Oh, man. I got tossed way back. Got one. Man, it was like right in the grouping of those. Oh, that one's good too. Oh. Oh, might see some kills. Oh, no. Did the game crash? Shit, what happened? Oh, fuck. Hey guys, sorry about that. So obviously the game crashed, which is always annoying. That's kind of what you get with mods in Men of War. A lot of times they're very unstable, although Galaxy at War is probably one of the more stable ones, though we are quite often, subject to some crashes. So I tried to recreate the ending of this battle as best I could. Probably a few more clones than was left, and probably a few more droids than was left, but that's okay. So we've just got the droids at the entrance here because none of them were really in here yet, and then clones for the most part in the back. Yeah, let's just get this started. No one's gonna fire. All right, we'll send some droids forward. One squad from each group. And immediately, immense amounts of fire. It's really nice though because now we're getting about 30 FPS after remaking the battle, when before we were at what, like frickin' 6 or something like that. Droids are getting hammered, but so are the clones. I'm not really sure who is leading the way to victory in this battle so far. Obviously, I think this is not completely fair because I think the clones did have the upper hand when we left off last time, and now they're just kind of getting steamrolled by the droids, although the droids are taking a good amount of losses as well. I just don't think it's completely representative of the battle we had going on. The droids were at a choke point, and now they're just able to flood in, because there's less obstructions. And of course, the positioning is not what it used to be. So, I don't know. I'm sorry that this battle didn't end up working out, but sometimes that's life. It just happens. There's about 3 clones left. Shit ton of battle droids. Yeah. Those clones over there died. There's 1 clone left. See if we can get a kill with him. Nope. Is that it? Yeah, that's it for the clones, I think. That's a shame. Alright, well, let's look at the death for just this then. Yellow, the clones are the droids. Droids lost to maybe a squad or 2. Squad and a half, probably. Clones lost everyone. It's a sad day. Sorry this battle didn't work out, guys. I really wish it had, but thank you either way for watching. I do hope you enjoyed the fun parts that were had. Check out my Discord and all those other important links in the description below if you would like to check them out and get more involved with the channel. That'd be awesome. Love you guys all. Thanks so much. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.